All right, guys, welcome back. So SMCI, so time to update this one. So today, November 25th, just for the record, 37 bucks. It did hit the 50-day moving average, as exactly what we were basically warning about, the risk potential of this stock going $100, 100% plus, exactly at the bottom of this name. So if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. I think it was November 15th, 100% plus or minus. That was the speculation, and also this 50-day moving average. So since we are sitting here, just an update to see what the stock can do from here now. So again, these videos are purely for entertainment and educational purposes only. So this is a daily chart. If you guys remember, their auditor, what was the name? Ernest or Yarn or something like that. I don't remember the name, but anyway, they quit. Stock gaps pretty big, and ever since it just pumped, actually dumped, and then we recovered that accountant quitting levels, technically speaking. Okay, but we still have a gap between 40 something, 46 to around these levels of a 39-ish. So what I'm watching from here. So now, as we know, well, nothing has changed except for they hired the auditor and they have released some SEC statements. And I'm going to read you the most recent one. Of course, nothing has changed, right? They haven't released the 10K. They haven't released the 10Q. There's no update from NASDAQ regarding if they're guaranteeing them time or anything like that. There's no update whatsoever, but cautionary statement on this one as well. So any of this that they have filed recently, I can just read this part as well. I mean, statements contained in this report from 8K are not historical fact, may not be forward-looking statements within the meaning of Section 27A, Securities Act of 1933, Section 21E of SEC Act of 34. Such forward-looking statements may relate, among other things, to the timing of the filing of the 2024 10K and Q1 of 2025 Form 10Q. Such forward-looking statements do not constitute guarantee of future performance and subject to a variety of risks and uncertainties that could cause our actual results to differ materially from those anticipated. Additional factors could cause actual results to differ materially from these projected or suggested in a forward-looking statements and are continued to in our filings with the SEC, including those factors, risk factors in such filings. Okay, so they have been already, I mean, of course they're covering their this themselves, but not the point. But even companies saying, yo, we have no clue when we're gonna file, but we're just seeking SEC to approve our plan. I think they submitted the plan as far as I know, but okay, I'm not gonna speculate about what they're gonna, the timing and all that stuff, but let's say NASDAQ accepts, they file those filings, it can come back right to these levels, hover around between 40 and 50, but I don't see the stock flying anywhere higher. But right here, right now, since we don't have anything, unless we hear anything from the stock, I expect this stock to have a hard time with this 50-day moving average and maybe even come down to these $30 levels or just chop around in this range, maybe even come down to 27, 30-ish levels. So unless we hear from the company. This rally, 100%, 99%, shorts and some call buying and a little bit of a retail, but most of it short covering, okay? and implied volatility was crazy elevated. Right now, into January, let's say 2025, stock is implying that it can move up or down basically $16. And by looking at we still have a couple more hours, okay? And by looking at the call volume, look at this call volume, 700,000 and 226,000 puts. I'm pretty positive that all of these people who are coming in and trading these crazy calls are the people who are taking advantage of those implied volatility and selling the heck out of those calls to capitalize on IV, because this stock can very well chop around, and basically range of this stock could come down to, let's say, $2. Right now it has $4 average true range. Market cap of this stock $21.5 billion at this price of a $37. But just take a look. What are being purchased? I mean, so far, market is still open. February, $60 call, $38 call, $60 call. March, $100 call. Next January, $60 call, $35 call, $35 call, $40 call, $40 call. I mean, these 30, 45s are spreads. Even August next year, you can see 38 calls, 40 calls, 39 calls, 40 calls. May 2025, 40 calls. June, 38, 39 calls. These are very, very high delta. January next year, 150 call. Okay, this is too small. But you get the point. Like, all of these calls that are being thrown at the market today, right here, right now, in my opinion, again, I'm an options trader and I purely just trade options up or down and basically look at the stocks charts in this channel if you're new here. So basically, if you look at the analytics of the stats of the option activity so far today, you can see from the 700,000, only 26% was traded at the asking price or above. Anything else between market and at the bid. So, which means, I mean, again, this is just my speculation, okay? And I'm not saying that people are buying puts saying that this stock is going to come down, because nobody knows if it's going to come down or not, or what kind of news is going to come out. That's why not many people are buying puts. Of course, there are some puts, not a lot. There are people doing December 25. And again, even puts, in my opinion, are being sold far outside of the money puts to capitalize on that elevated IV, because puts that were bought above asking price or at the asking price, only 25%, which is 57,000 contracts. That's not a whole lot, but yeah, of course, there's every single day there are people buying puts, but that's what I'm watching basically for this stock. I think it can chop around, it can come down, and option market does not look bullish, and target reached. We have called it out very well before, 100+%. So that's what I'm watching for the stock, unless they release some sort of a statement or from NASDAQ. I will be keeping an eye on SEC filings. So far, I'm not seeing anything, but that's the update for SMCI stock.